From addictive society, there is one common commodity.
Shabu!
Parang buhay na patay ang mga tao dito sa madilim at maduming mundong droga. Pilat man ang kanilang mga mata, tila ayaw nilang magising.
Exegate Production presents TULAK.
Bata pa lang ako nagtutulak na ako.
Kahit ka na traktado ka! Nasayang mo ang pera!
Chang! Umalis ka na! Umalis ka na, big boy! Kailangan ang boy. Ba't kayo siya nagtutulog? Wala ba kayong bahay?
Ito ang larawan ng addiction sa sinasabing bato. Walang mahirap o mayaman. Sa tawag ng pangangailangan.
Ang gulo niyo.
TULAK.
Kung hindi ka marunong magpigil ang sarili mo, boys, hindi ka nababagi dito!
Imbalito na ako! Pero bakit mo pa rin pinasok ang pagtutulak? Una! Namalansan na yung patay! Mabaho na!
Dito na kayo sa akin! Halika, dali! Malamig dito! Presko!
Para akong nagising. Para akong nagising sa isang bangungot.
We are all guilty. For in the dark, even the blind can see. A film by Neil Tan.
Hello, the film TULAK. It was a very nice approach of making the students aware of how bad or how negative the drugs could be to a person's life, and by that way of showing the effect, students will be aware of what's happening, and I believe it was an eye-opener. It was not something. It was not a movie made for cinematography stuff, for pleasing the eyes of the audience, but it was showing the negative side, the other aspect of life. Because in that way, by showing the ugly side of the world, one appreciates the beautiful side.
The reaction to the movie TULAK is that it's kind of disturbing because I wasn't really that knowledgeable about the issue, about how rampant na ang pag-use ng drugs, especially sa mga Muslim. And wala mo ko mayok kapalugid nga pagdiskan mga artista nagkakatulog sila gali mismo sa place. And even if it's not based on a real story, but it's still based sa facts pala kung ano nagkakatabo. So napaka-disturbing, and daw man ko realize after watching that movie.
Upon watching the movie TULAK, I felt shocked by the fact that I didn't know that it was super easy for people to acquire drugs, just like what was shown in the movie. And I believe that, yes, this issue is very rampant nowadays, and this movie is a real eye-opener for us students, that drug abuse should be taken action celebration of fun, and that we should all, try to help one another to stop drug abuse. TULAK for me is a documentary film that depicts the life, the reality of life, but mostly on the life of a drug user. And for me, it changed my perception that drug users can ever change because they actually can, and that drugs doesn't choose any person inside. Does not choose any person. Either you're a or you're any part of the society.
So, diba sir, you've watched
The movie Tulak?
Yes.
Yes, I have.
So what can you say about the movie?
Well, depending on the mindset of the audience, no, because if you ask me, my evaluation would be it's for mature audiences. So I don't know if younger audiences can relate to it or can appreciate the message that it's trying to convey, to the audience. But regarding drug abuse or the problems with drugs, it is a very serious problem, and it is a very hard to solve problem without the cooperation of everybody, especially the youth themselves, like you. It's a simple. It starts off as simple curiosity, let's try that, and then eventually it goes out of hand, gets out of hand, and before they know it, children are already hooked and cannot get out anymore easily. So for parents, it's important not to give their children too much money, because if children find it easy to get money, then they will find it easy also to spend money. So they don't put value on money anymore. It's so easy for them to get it, and therefore they will use it on things that are harmful, not beneficial anymore, and sometimes even illegal, like drugs. So why do they do that? Because they don't value their money. They can get them anywhere. They can get them as easily as like a snap of a finger from their parents because they have money. So what do they do with their money? They make these criminals who are pushing drugs, who are selling drugs. Most of them are foreigners. They are making these people rich with their parents' hard-earned money. And for what? So that these people can destroy their lives, can destroy their body. See how illogical and foolish it is. Stupid, no?
But sir, in your own, sir, how can you inspire or help in your own little way with this?
So, through what you're doing now. That's why I'm letting you interview me on camera, even though I cannot show my face, because it's actually, I think it's a good thing that you don't see my face, because it would be like a voice of everyone, not just mine. Okay? Alright.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Help in my own little way by starting with the children, because diba sa movie mas bata pa lang sila muna ang pag-start ng pag-use drugs. So as early as their childhood years, dali na makaka-feed lang makafeed lang sa mga bata, like mag-lunch or dinner, makahatag isang bread lang yun, para makapalipat lang itong nila gutom, and hindi sila mag-rugby or any drugs para maka-get over with the hunger that they are undergoing.
For me, one way of preventing drug abuse is, for example, if I know someone who is an abuser himself, then in my own little way, I would know that the bad effects of drugs and how it can ruin his life, and maybe let him or her watch the movie. So eventually he would know what he can do in his life. And if ever, I can just refer him to a counselor specializing in drug abuse. And yes, that's it. I just don't understand why kalabanan sa mga taong mag-undergo bala depression or poverty ng resort sila sa drug addiction or drug abuse. So, yes, ang pag-use ng drugs nang makahatag din siya ng euphoria or hindi gani ng happiness wala, pero kabalo matang dali lang na ang ma-help sa imo. So, and well, in fact, ang negative effect is mas bigger kaysa sa mga positive effects yung hatid ng drugs. So, kung undergo magiging problems hindi kayo poverty, may aram pamaniban niya ng answer bala para maka-help mo. So, drug addiction and drug pushing is really out of the question. Thank you, good.
1, 2, 3, kids. I'll never use narcotics again. Joke lang. Drugs really affect the health, at the same time the education of the students. That's why as a student leader, at the same time as a registered nurse, I highly discourage to take drugs for all the students. You should stay away from drugs because drugs does not do you.
Drugs is bad. It shortens our life. Don't never use drugs.
The documentary film TULOK depicts the reality.
It was a very heartwarming story about a survivor of drugs. And what can I do to help promote the awareness so that be an example myself to not turn to drugs. And pretty much that's it. Be aware of it.
Drug addiction is bad for you because once you start it, it's really hard to stop it. It doesn't only affect you, it affects the lives of those who care for you.
So for all our youths for today, I would just like to tell everybody that please always think and always have the heart to not to go on drugs as a source or mean of trying to solve a problem. Problems will always be there, but drug addiction is not the solution to a problem. So especially those who are most of the drug addicts they're having a problem of their own, that's why they use drugs. But drugs may really impede your health. It's not a solution to a problem. It would lead to more complications, especially with body and health. I've seen a lot of people who went into drug addiction. They become mentally ill, they become physically ill, they turn out into a lot of sickness, and even close relationship may hinder relationship with family, with friends, and with loved ones. So please, adolescents today, don't take drugs. There's always a solution to the problem, and if you find that drug is a friend, no, it's not a friend. It's just make you happy for the meantime, but at the end, it gives you more problems that you think it will solve.